So I've had a few people now ask me about my opinions on fur farming, so I thought I'd just make a quick video to have it all nicely in one spot and easy to consume. So I want to start this video by saying, I own some fur farmed animals. Here's a fur farmed fox pelt. You will not find a wild fox that has this coloration. It doesn't exist in the wild. This is a fur farmed color. And I have a couple of taxidermy mounts that definitely came from fur farms. I have some skulls that came from fur farmed animals, and I've got more pelts than just this one. So clearly I don't go out of my way to avoid fur farmed animals. I'm not against fur farming, but I'm also not really for fur farming either. I am controversially middle ground. So the focus of my collection is primarily North American mammals. So you might be wondering why I have any fur farmed animals at all. I want to show you guys something really cool real quick. So this is a fur farmed silver fox, and I just have to show you how massive this is. I'm only like 5'4", I'm a very short person, I know, but this fox is almost as tall as I am. So it's stuff like that. I love to show the differences between a fur farmed animal or a domestically raised animal versus their wild counterparts. So I only really need a couple of animals to really show the differences and help explain to people a wild animal versus a domestic one and what kind of changes happen when you domesticate them. Well, tame them or raise them in a domestic setting. I wouldn't exactly say that foxes have been fully domesticated, but you get the idea. So that's why I have these animals in my collection, why I'm not really seeking any more. But you might be thinking, okay, well, why are you like middle ground? Like, how do you not have a strong opinion one way or another with fur farming? At the end of the day, I don't really view fur farming any different than I would meat farming or farming for wool. I guess those animals get to live through the experience, but raising animals so they can be pet food, raising animals so they can be biomedical research facility animals, raising animals for work, any of that. If it's farming in my opinion. And I know that you might come at me and say, well, those animals are being used for a purpose, we don't need fur. I view fur as a natural textile that is a renewable resource. So personally, I think that fur is more ethical than faux fur. That said, I am a furry who fursuits, so I'm being a hypocrite there, but it is unpractical for that application. But as far as like wearing warm clothing and such goes, I do think that fur has its purpose, and I would just care more about the welfare of the animals before they are harvested. I know that there's good farms out there, and I know that there's bad farms out there, whether it's fur farming, meat farming, whatever farming. This goes for all animal industries as well. I know that at the end of the day, a lot of countries, most countries do have animal welfare laws, and they do have regulations that these farms do have to adhere to. Personally, I would like to see a little more focus on welfare, about like requiring enrichment and things like that, different caging requirements for animals like mink who could have a semi-aquatic experience and should have that because that isn't part of their nature. That's where I would like to see changes made instead of just outright banning them. Whether you're for fur farms or you're completely against them, I think we can all agree that if they are here, we should strive to make them as best of an experience for the animals as we can and keep it as humane as possible. That's my end goal of things. So if you hate me because I'm not against fur farming, that's fine. If you hate me because I'm not for fur farming, that's fine too. At the end of the day, I support what I support, and my views are subject to change. As I grow older, things change, I learn new facts, whatever it may be.